got these random loo rolls everywhere because I use them. Where are they all? I can live up there for now. So this was like an unexpected success, really, this pepper plant. It was another thing given to me by a very kind friend. And she had like a load of mixed ones. And we had one that had kind of black fruits on it that did not taste good in any way. And then this one, which also did not taste good until I bought some in towards the end of the season and realised that they just hadn't ripened. So then I did try with the black ones again to see if they would ripen, and they just never did. They were always not very nice. This became a proper, you know, really good pepper plant. So I'm going to try and see if I can keep it. I don't know how much to prune. I think probably you can see it's starting to wilt a little bit, and maybe I do need to. You're not supposed to water them too much, and it's still quite damp. So, I mean, I'm a houseplant person, really. That's what I'm good at. I don't know how much to trim. Do I take all the leaves off? Maybe I should have Googled this first. I thought just give it a bit of a gentle prune, but actually looking at it, some of the leaves are looking quite sad now, and it's got some pests on it. It's got some, oh, there's some green fly on there still. I did read that they are quite attractive to green fly once you try and overwinter them, so maybe it's a bust. Let's try it anyway, shall we? Should we take all the leaves off? All of them? Surely they need a few. I should have Googled this. I don't really understand if it's warm enough in my shed. Everyone has a polytunnel that I follow. None of them have just a cold potting shed like I do. Because that out there, the only space I could put it, which is the most southern part, it's all hard standing. So I don't know whether I'll ever be able to take it out. Oh, there's still a little tiny baby pepper on there. Bless it. See that? Very sweet. We have done all this before. We've had veg pots before, but it's just that I've never been in charge of them. It's always been like my husband's thing. He's always done it. And then I've always kind of got a bit, he always loses interest. He used to, like, in all of our old gardens, he would say, oh, I'm going to grow this. And he didn't know about no dig. So he used to dig out a big veg pot. And then he would put in loads of beans, and it would do great because he's got like his mum's green fingers. He would kind of get really into it. I'm going to take that horn off. And then just kind of life would get in the way. We'd be having a nice summer. We'd go off on holiday, whatever. We'd water it, or we just, you know, things happen, don't they? And so it's only now because since COVID, and because I guess we're getting older, maybe the call of the middle-aged pursuit is calling to us. But also he's got long COVID, so we go out less. We don't get to do quite as much as we did, and so and we've got a much bigger garden now. We've got a huge garden. I just really wanted it to be like an allotment. So because we've got that, I guess I've become the person doing it. And so although I do know some stuff, and I've grown tomatoes before. That's him back. He's back. And yeah, lots of things, but mainly here during lockdown, while we were still in London, we did what we'd always wanted to do, and we talked about loads, but we never have, because we sort of feel like, oh, well, when we come to sell it, people will expect there to be a lawn. We had such a small garden in our old house, and we lived opposite a big park as well. We just got to it and we were like, our kids don't come out here and play, and if other people want to put the lawn back, that's their business, but let's just do what we want with it. And so we just turned it into a garden. And again, that was before no dig, so we didn't know. That was like the start of 2020, before we moved here. And so it was only after we moved here in December 2020 that I heard about no dig, and then watched a lot of videos. Is that too much? Have I gone too far? That looks okay. How many main Ys do I leave? I take that one off, or that one. If only you could tell me. That'll do. Probably shouldn't have slammed that down on the bench. That seems good to me. I'm cold now as well. I didn't put the big coat on because it was sunny when I was looking out the window, and now it's not sunny anymore. I've got a bucket in here somewhere, which is where I take this to the compost at some point. But I think it's full, and I think probably it's time to take it to the compost. And that can be my gardening journey for the day. There you go, one overwintering, and I think it'll be fine out here, won't it? Can someone just tell me? I've done that. I haven't done the ceiling because that seems like a lot of effort. there's a lot of sealing to do. I've got these ones I could do, but now I've put the shelves up, so I've made it really awkward for myself. Ugh. Also, the sellotape's not working because I've done a very half-assed job of it, frankly. It's not what Monty Don would do. I saw him do his and it looked a lot better than that. Right. Yeah, I think everyone's fine up here. I can probably tell you what some of these are now. These are... Oh yeah, hey, here you go. These are my Nigella. I watched a video of what to grow in November, I think, or spring. Maybe it was even October. When did I plant them? Did I not write it down? Not written it down. Useless. These seeds came with us. So every garden we've had Nigella in. So the Nigella self-seeded itself and came with us, which is sweet. But I had hardly any, so I was a bit worried. So this year I collected as much seed as I could find because they were very small and maybe we need to bump up the gene pool a bit with some new ones this year. I did have some to buy. I wanted to try and buy the purple ones that Vital Seeds were selling, but every time I go and try and buy them, they're either not available because they were still drying them and testing them, and then they sold out immediately. I've been waiting that whole time. I had the tab open for months. Felt like months. I can exaggerate sometimes. And then I got some poppy, ladybird poppies. They're quite little, so I'm not worried about them. But there's some of them have got so massive. I mean, the camera's on them, so I can't show you. But the sweet peas, only 4 of them came up because again, it was self-collected seed from sweet peas we've grown over the years. It's just, so it's maybe, I don't know if they get weaker or you think they'd get hardier, but anyway, those ones, I think I'd had them for a while as well, so we dried them ourselves and kept them for a while. And only 4 of them come up, but they're so leggy, can't see them doing much. I think they'll be gone before I don't know what to do with them. And then these bok choy, I don't know what to do with. What do you call them, bok choy or pak choy? I call them both, depending on what comes out at that particular moment. And I spell them both ways as well. What a crazy fool. Maybe it's because I'm a writer and an editor, so I spend my life correcting things, so sometimes it's nice to just go, I'm going to spell it this way today, like I'm Geoffrey Chaucer or something. It was very grandiose, I didn't mean it like that. Silene Maritima. I think these are some seeds that Al bought. He bought me a little collection of things to sow. Did he get them? Yeah. And so these are little flowers. I sowed them in September. A load of these, only this many came up. Look at those. I don't know why. I did it exactly how it said. Put some sand on it. Campanula. Right, okay, I'm going in. It's cold. One, done. I can live there now. It's just going to have to survive. And if not, then, I was going to say I did my best, but clearly I didn't because I did not winterize the shed. I'm going to put this back up as well. Bye bye. Here are my I need some support beans. I think maybe I'll do that another day. I'm going to stick them in, I think, because if I bury them right up to there, I don't know. I think a lot of people have this problem, aren't they? She's been in my garlic. Ugh. Why? It's not good for her. Kills the dog. Can't be good for foxes. No, don't. Oh. So naughty.